Last night, while you were sleeping, your brain pulled up a memory. Not your first kiss, not your graduation. No, it picked the time you waved back at someone who wasn't waving at you, in front of people. And then it replayed it in slow motion at 3 a.m. for no reason. Why does your brain do this? Why, out of thousands of memories, does it choose the most humiliating one, dust it off, and play it again like a greatest hits album nobody asked for?
Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly why your brain is obsessed with your worst moments, why this happens more at night than during the day, and there's one final fact so strange, you're going to want to send this video to a friend just to make them suffer with you. Let's start with the basic weirdness. Your brain has access to literally millions of memories. Vacations, achievements, that one time you actually parallel parked perfectly on the first try. But no, it goes straight for the awkward stuff. Scientists have a name for this. It's called the spotlight effect, mixed with something even sneakier called negativity bias. Basically, your brain is wired like a paranoid security guard. Its job isn't to make you happy. Its job is to keep you alive. And for your ancient ancestors, social embarrassment wasn't just awkward, it could get you kicked out of the group. And getting kicked out of the group thousands of years ago could get you eaten. So your brain treats, I said something weird in a meeting, with almost the same urgency as there's a lion behind that bush. Yeah, your brain thinks small talk and predators are basically the same threat level. Dramatic much?
But here's where it gets interesting. Why nighttime specifically? Why does your brain wait until you're finally relaxed, lights off, comfortable, to bring up the fact that you called your teacher mom in 3rd grade?
Turns out, your brain is busiest at night doing something called memory consolidation. This is basically your brain's version of cleaning up your room, except instead of tidying clothes, it's sorting through everything that happened to you that day, deciding what to keep, what to file away, and what to replay for further processing. And guess what gets flagged as important? Anything emotionally intense, positive or negative. But negative wins more often. Why? Because emotional intensity is how your brain marks something as dangerous. Do not repeat. Embarrassment feels intense, so your brain treats it like unfinished business, like a tab you forgot to close.
Here's the part that's going to bother you a little.
Studies on intrusive memories show these replays usually spike right when your mind is quiet enough to have nothing else to focus on. No phone, no conversation, no distractions. Just you and the void and the time you tripped in front of your crush in 2014. Basically, silence is your brain's favorite time to torture you. Now here's a twist you probably didn't expect. This replaying isn't actually your brain being cruel. It thinks it's helping you. Each replay is your brain running a kind of simulation, asking, what if this happens again? How do we avoid it next time? It's rehearsal. Your brain wants you to be prepared for round 2 of humiliation, just in case life decides to test you again. Which, honestly, is oddly sweet in the most annoying way possible. But here's the twist inside the twist. Most people assume other people remember their embarrassing moments as vividly as they do. They don't, not even close. In fact, in psychology, this mismatch even has a name, the illusion of transparency. You think everyone noticed. In reality, most people were too busy worrying about their own embarrassing moment to notice yours. So while you're replaying your cringe highlight reel at 2 a.m., the person you think judged you, they probably forgot it happened 5 minutes after it happened. Meanwhile, you're out here writing an emotional documentary about it. Here's the twist. People who replay awkward memories more often tend to have stronger social awareness and higher empathy. Yes, really. Because caring about how your actions affect others is literally the mechanism behind this whole embarrassing memory loop. The people who overthink the most are usually the same people who care the most about not hurting others. It's an uncomfortable side effect of being a decent person. So next time you cringe at 1 a.m., remembering something you said in 2019, remind yourself, this isn't a flaw. It's your brain's overprotective way of saying, I care about your reputation more than the CIA cares about national secrets. And now, the moment you were promised. The final, strangest twist of all.
Researchers have found that these embarrassing memory replays tend to fade. Not because you forget them, but because your brain literally recategorizes them over time from threat to story. That's why something that felt devastating at 17 becomes hilarious by 25. Your brain isn't erasing the memory, it's demoting it from emergency alert to comedy material. Which means somewhere down the road, your most cringe-inducing moment right now is eventually going to become one of your favorite party stories. So here's the truth. Your brain replays embarrassing memories at night because it's trying to protect you, not punish you, even if it feels exactly like punishment. And weirdly enough, the fact that you cringe so much probably means you're more thoughtful than you give yourself credit for. Now, I want to know, what's the most random, embarrassing memory your brain refuses to let go of? Drop it in the comments. And if your brain enjoyed torturing you with this video as much as it enjoys torturing you at 3 a.m., hit subscribe, because there's a lot more weird brain stuff where this came from.